If you happen to remember the old TRS-80 computers, and the C-Load magazine programs you could load from cassette tape, you might have played a game I invented long, long ago, in a galaxy far, far away. Well, it kind of feels that way to me. Using very crude graphics, I created a little UFO that would zip around above a row of alphabet letters, swapping their order on command, until the alphabet was all back in order. But that was then, and this is now. I decided to revive that game using Python, and it turned out to be pretty easy and fun to do. Let's take a look at the complete code listing for this game. I'll explain some of its useful parts, and show an example of the gameplay. As shown, the game size is set to 7, so the alpha list is comprised of the first 7 characters of the alphabet, A through G. This makes for an interesting and reasonable game, but you can set the game size as high as 26 if you dare. Most Python games import the random module to keep things shuffled or otherwise randomized from game to game. That explains the first line. The list named alpha is filled with the first few letters of the alphabet, depending on what you set for the game size. A list comprehension makes setting up this list very concise and easy. The list named alpha is copied to a second list named goal. Be careful when copying Python lists and other objects. The string method named copy works fine here, but always consider if the method named deep copy might be safer. If you simply were to set goal equal to alpha, both lists would reference the same items in memory, causing problems right away. The while loop asks the user for the next 2 letters that define the range of letters to reverse. The indexes to these letters are then swapped if necessary to get them in ascending order. Then the letters at indexes I through J are swapped. Score is incremented with each turn by the number of letters that are swapped. This repeats until all the letters are in the right order, at which time the last line of code lets you know you are a winner, and it shows your final score. The smaller the score, the bigger the bragging rights you have. Take a close look at how the index variables I and j are set by finding the location in the list of the 2 characters input by the user. The list method named index finds these locations. A list can be randomly shuffled in place with the random module's shuffle method. This program calls random.shuffle at the start to shuffle the letters around in the list named alpha. 2 print commands use f-strings for efficient, powerful, and easy-to-read code for displaying intermediate and final results as the game proceeds. Another cool feature of Python is how you can swap 2 variables in one command. To swap the contents of 2 variables, simply assign them to each other. This technique is used twice in the program, to swap the indexes into sequential order, here, and to swap pairs of letters in the alpha list as the game continues. In my original TRS-80 game, I tallied the number of flips to provide a score. But it turns out that a much better way to score the game is to add up the total number of characters that are flipped. This challenges you to plan ahead to figure a strategy to group the letters efficiently to get them all in order. Try it and you'll quickly get the feel for what I'm driving at. Here's a sample game with the game size set to 7. I played several games to get my score down to 10 for this example. My score has most often been closer to 21. As always, remember that the best way to learn Python is to have fun using it. Thank you for letting me share in the fun with you.